Libra, this is your channel messages for the 18th of June. Libra, I'm getting something about the board members, the board. I'm getting something about a group of people, and all of you are like, you're saying, okay, so can we cast a vote? Yes, yes, no, yes, no, yeah. I'm getting like all of one is trying to, I'm getting all of one is watching somebody like a candidate and trying to decide if it's a yes or if it's a no. That ain't it. Did we get Charlemagne's? Did Charlemagne get his response to the recruiting of the Illuminati? Did Charlemagne get his letter, his welcome package of the Illuminati? The welcome package involves a coffin for him to masturbate in every night for 7 nights. Did he get his welcome package? No? Okay. So I'm getting a group of people and I'm trying to see, if we must let somebody in. Or I'm trying to see if this is the person you want to approach about this endeavor. I'm getting a group of only studying somebody. I'm getting on saying, what do you think? What do you think? I don't know. Let me ask somebody else. And you bring somebody else. Okay, wow. What do you think? I don't know. Let me ask someone else. And the second person gets a third person. And all I want to watch it again. What do you think? I'm getting, what do you think? What do you think? Libra, you rule. Let me look. I'm sorry. Well, Libra, I balance, right? Libra, your mantra is I balance. Yeah, me getting maybe somebody is the balance to whatever you need. Them is a balance to your company. They may just be the balance to a dynamic where you and people work together. But me getting, you're asking people, like me getting all of one is trying to make a decision if you must let somebody in or send or reject them. Okay, Libra? Let's go ahead and go into the reading. Libra, you rule Venus, so maybe you have a crush on somebody, or maybe you getting you have a crush on somebody, and that's kind of why you want them to be working with you. Getting you want somebody close to you, kind of have a crush on them, or you kind of like them, and you're like, if I can get you close to me in a working environment, this will be good because I can have eyes on you. But me getting everybody's asking everybody what you think, and everybody's saying, I don't know, let's ask somebody else. Let's go. Libra, first card out is Judgment. Yeah, I'm getting a decision. You're ready to make a decision about somebody. I'm getting you trying to see if someone's a perfect match for your team. You're saying somebody's very spiritually mature. We have the 6 of Cups. I'm getting you've been watching somebody from them as a baby. So you might have had somebody birth chart. So if you have a cross, if you have a grand cross or a selected cross in your birth chart, you're meant to, you're going to have the gift of gab. You're going to have the gift of speaking, the gift of speech. You're going to rule the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is usually represented by the color blue. So yeah, I'm getting something about ever since you were a baby. I'm getting something about a lot of baby pictures of you that you have never seen. You've never seen these pictures before. Me getting something was predicted when you were a child, but they use your birth chart to predict it. Maybe them thought that maybe them say you're going to be a messenger. You're going to be a prophet. You're going to be, me getting you're going to be a great speaker. Great speaker. Libra, you rule justice, but Libra is air. You're usually speakers. Yeah, me getting it was predicted ever since you were a kid. Maybe when you were, you know, me have a dream. I don't know if it's a dream. I had a dream one time, say, was up in some hills and a woman came there. Let me tell you, me have a dream, and the dream was Pisces. That was the dream was Pisces. Pisces was the dream. And my dream someone was in a house with a lady, and the lady never write it. Like she was mentally insane, but she had a beautiful baby. And I don't know if I'm me, but me tell you, in the dream, me just tell you what I say. Me see a woman and a man came to a hill and then visit a woman in this house on a hill. And the woman did have a pretty curly hair baby. But she never really write. She talked about magic. She talked about witchcraft. But the woman, she did. A lot of times when people go into this, them kind of either go too far in a this, so them always a talk crazy, or them not into this at all. It's very rarely people can be into spiritual things and them still connected to earth, like the normal earthly things. Usually when them spiritual, something will be neglected, like them house dirty, or them look mad, or them act irrational in the streets, because the connection to earth and spirit, it sometimes I can't find the balance. So the woman, me know she did kind of, she did act crazy even though she was into spirituality. And in the dream, a man and a woman visit her, and she showed them a baby, and she told them the baby was a Pisces. And the man and the woman look upon the baby, and the baby, they have pretty eyes and curly hair. And when the woman wasn't looking, the man and the woman take up the baby and run. And I remember for some reason, them carry the baby over, like them had to go on a boat for cross over a lake, for go back to the other side, and then put the baby upon a boat with them. And while the baby across over, the baby fall asleep on a boat over water. And when the baby wake up, the baby was in the house with the new parents. But me getting the parents did hear about a baby who did born. It was a Pisces baby. Because them did bring the baby over water. But it wasn't a beach. It was like a lagoon. It was a lake. You could have seen, like, it did look like a lagoon. That's how it did look. Beautiful water. And it was like a little boat, a road, like a boat. But the man and the woman, they take the baby and run with the baby when the woman wasn't looking. And I think the woman did end up, they got mad. She got really mad because the baby was the only thing she had. But it was a pretty, curly hair, beautiful eye, Pisces baby. And right before them bring the baby home, them bring the baby over water. But it wasn't a beach. It looked like a lagoon, it looked like a lagoon. So when you were a kid, them didn't know what you were going to be. You were supposed to be a messenger. But me feel like when your parents did take you, them start get jealous. Like the parents stole you because them know you was going to be a messenger. But when you start grow up, your two parents them say you will never be that. I'm getting your parents try to suppress you, or them try to put you under hypnosis. Because I'm getting it's from the judge. Yeah, you are called judgment. When judgment are gonna be cast upon the wicked, you're gonna be the one to say it. I'm getting you are gonna call you are gonna be the one for bitch. I'm getting when revelations happen, you're gonna be the one for call who are going to be consumed by the beast and who are gonna go ascend to heaven. I'm getting a you. I'm getting spiritually, you were the messenger, but the justice system, because you have two types. You can be spiritual, you can be high ranking in the spiritual world, but you're not high ranking in the physical. So even though you're a messenger and you're a prophet, the police still can harass you the same way how they harass Jesus. Because they don't have physical backing, you have spiritual ranking. But spiritual ranking, if you have spiritual ranking, you might can pray for protection, but yes, the police will still tell a lie upon you and lock. That's like you supposed to be a prophet, and the police tell lies, say you're a prostitute. You're supposed to be a messenger. The police tell lies, say you're one thief. Because the same way how them did harass Jesus, and Jesus was a messenger, who did harass Jesus? It was the police. The police with swords. Wasn't Jesus a messenger? Yes. Didn't Jesus have high spiritual ranking? Yes. But who did harass him? The law. So I'm getting government officials. Maybe a part of your journey is you're gonna be the one for bring down a lot of these people. Maybe you're gonna expose the corruptness in the police force. You're gonna expose how corrupt the military is. You're gonna expose how corrupt the political field is. And all of these people know you. Them hear about you. Them hear about a messenger will come and the whole of them are gonna be blood clot banished. Them hear about you. Them have people who a baby just born, yeah. What the baby future say? it says she's going to be a prophet and she's going to be a messenger. What is she sent here to do? Is she going to carry the word of the Lord? No. What's she going to do? Well, she's here to expose basically all politicians, police, abuse, rape, pedophilia. She's going to be the one to do it. So you see, them people already know. So when them see her, oh, she's going to be the one to expose the whole pedophilic thing. She's the one to expose the whole police officer them. She's going to be the one to expose the government. So the police going to harass you and tell people, say them lock you up for life sentence for a crime you never commit. The government are going to make sure you have no money, or you fall into a time where you cannot focus on being a prophet because you need food to eat. And even though all of these things might happen to you, you already know from what the Bible teaches you. The Bible teaches you, say, when your enemies are trying to overpower you, seek reverence in the Lord. The Bible tells you, say, you're going to isolate yourself for 40 days and 40 nights. The police are going to try to lock you up in a prison cell for a theft crime you never commit. But you were supposed to be isolated for 40 days and 40 nights for understand the word of the Lord anyways. So perhaps you were promised to a life of torment, but God never forsaken you for make you dead. Because him know, say him send you here for a reason. And even though him send you here for a reason, people who know what you're supposed to be here to do, you probably don't even know. You don't know. Maybe you wonder why when you go places, people pick on you. And you never done nothing wrong. You never even said why these people don't like me. It's because them know from you're a baby, say you did send here for fuck up them whole shit. No, yeah, the baby. Now she the one who will expose the whole of the pedophilia thing. The whole pedophilic thing, that's the one who going to do it. Is she. So any parent out there who is touching them kid, they're going to make sure say you have a hard life. But you don't know that your purpose is to expose pedophilia. You don't know your purpose is to expose the police force, but them know you. So they're going to fuck you up before you even know. They're going to distract you. You have no time to be a prophet if you can't eat. You have no time to be a prophet if you don't have money. Me getting something was predicted from when you were a baby. Me getting you. Bitch, me getting you're the Messiah. Me getting the second coming of the Messiah. And the second coming looks like a pink hair girl. The second coming is a girl. Yeah, that's a girl, baby. Is a girl, yeah. So me getting them, I'm gonna use every hardship that a woman got through, them I'm gonna use. Them I'm gonna put you through prostitution, them I'm gonna put you through porn, them I'm gonna put you through rape, them I'm gonna put you through abortion, them I'm gonna put you through any hardship a woman got through, you'll go through. Because the Messiah is a woman now. In order for the Messiah to be a woman, she has to be exiled like a woman. How do you exile a woman? You put her through abortion. How you exile a woman? You take her innocence away, you rape her. How you exile her? You have to exile her. So me getting, yeah. And me, Libra, you're a masculine sign. And you share Venus with Taurus. Taurus is the girl. You are the boy. You are the man. So maybe they hear, see a Taurus, Messiah was going to be born. And because you and Taurus share Venus, you say, no, it's going to be me. It's going to be a man. So I'm getting you crucify the Taurus, you lock up the Taurus, and you take the Taurus space because you and Taurus share Venus. Because I'm getting them not comfortable. It don't matter what God is sending you here to do. Humans don't have to agree. That's why the Bible and religion is very subjective. Because we have the Bible, right? Isn't the Bible one of the most popular books? Yes. If you tell people you don't believe in God, don't them shun you? Yes. So why people so evil? Why everybody not read the Bible and act accordingly? Because it didn't matter what God did send you here for do. People will still reject his word. And God have control over the spiritual. They don't have control over the physical the same way a police officer does. Because even if you wasn't near the crime, the police officer can pin it on you. Even if you was at home praying, the police officer can pin shit on you. Me getting something about a woman. Them don't want the woman to be the one to speak up on it. Me getting a Messiah, the prophet, the messenger is a girl. They might tell stories that is a transgender person, is a man turned to woman, is a woman. We also have, yeah, it's a girl. It's a girl. She's a girl. Me getting second coming is a woman. It's not a man. We have also the tenant. Yeah, it's only the pain of a woman can solve this. How you exile a woman? How you exile a man? Men are very hard to exile. You send them to war. How you exile a man? You don't. How can a man murder? How else you exile a man? No other way. You know how you exile a woman? You rape her. You know how you exile a woman? You put her through abortion. You know how you exile her? Make she get pregnant and you leave her with a kid. So me getting you have the word on your back, but me getting if you follow the word properly and you really stick and you don't ever fall off, knowing that you were sent here to be a prophet, it's gonna be so hard. But me getting it's gonna be you're gonna overcome so much. Me getting it going to be so pressuring, but me getting it to prepare you. You get prep. You get prepare for the place in the seat that you were supposed to be in. And me getting a lot of men don't want you at this seat. A lot of men don't want you at this table. And the last Messiah who came was a man, and them kill him. So imagine what they're going to do to you. And you're a girl. They're going to strip you down. They're going to make you walk naked in front of everybody. They're going to say, take off your clothes and show us your clothes naked. You're a woman. They're going to exile you. Let's clarify. And remember, there was a whole thing that was happening with the police force. When you go down to the police station, them tell a girl them for show them breasts. Remember? The whole of that happened to the girl them. Every time the girl them, every time the man them, they arrest the girl them and bring them to the police station, them I tell the girl them, say them have to show them breasts. The police, you know, you have to show them breasts in the police station. If them ever catch you and bring you down there, you have to show them your breasts. Let's go. Judgment is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Exactly. You were put through exile. No money, no love. The only thing you had to fall on is just maybe, I don't know if you know you're supposed to be a prophet, or you just say, me get to get just to distract yourself with spiritual things or godly things. Come me getting Five of Pentacles, yeah, you exile. You're a vagabond. You know, you have nowhere to live. You're a squatter. Where you live? Nowhere. Where you have money? Nowhere. The police are picked on you. The police is like, you can't stay here. You're not legally supposed to be here. Why? Because they know who you are. They have to put you through exile. Haile Selassie never got through exile, and he was an awesome leader. It's only Christians believe in suffering. Only fucking Christians. Christians are the only fuckers who believe in suffering. You can't be a good leader unless you suffer. You have to suffer. You have to get crucified. Selassie I never get blood clot crucified. His Majesty, Emperor Selassie, him never got through exile. The King of Kings, him never got through that. Him never have to sleep on sidewalk. Him never have to carry one cross. Only fucking Christian. So you're telling me you're sent here as a Messiah and Christians are the one to crucify you. So this is why I know for a fact. So sometimes the Bible don't make no blood clot sense. Christianity don't make sense. Because when it was sent the first Messiah, want to kill him. Let's just say if the Messiah ever came again as a girl, you think everybody going to be like, oh, it's the Messiah, she's a girl. Oh, praise be to God. You think that's what people are going to do? You think that's what 8 billion people on this universe? You think 8 billion people just gonna accept the fact say God is a black woman? You think 8 billion people are gonna accept say the second coming of Christ is a white Caucasian woman? You think them just God said it? Well, you know God sent the Messiah, so we have to listen. Niggas never listen from the first time them send the man. From them send the man, them crucify, them never even listen to him. What do you think gonna happen to you? Exactly. That is why this whole notion of Jesus dying for our sins is not real. Because if God's supposed to send you a Messiah right now, may I tell you, we're not going to kill the Messiah again. When the going said no, she's not. Shouldn't she be taller? Shouldn't she dress better? Shouldn't she talk better? I don't like the fact that the Messiah is a girl. I don't like the fact that she has puffy hair. I don't like the fact that her hair is straight. I don't like the fact her nose look that way. That's what 8 billion people going to say if God appointed the next Messiah for come down here, for come blood clot, reset the land. So how can Jesus Christ die for your sins when if God sent a man down here to teach you the way you kill him? You don't even want to believe in a God. You don't even agree with the messenger God sent for you to save you. You feel like that don't identify with you, so you don't like it. The Super Bowl only had black people, so I just don't identify with it. Same way you're gonna say the messenger is black. I am not. I understand that Jesus died, but they sent a black girl to be a messenger. I don't know. I just don't like black women. They have an attitude. They're always bitching about something. I just don't get why God would send a black woman. Those bitches. Black men don't want to be with them because they have so much fucking attitudes. Why would God send a black woman? Even if God did send a black woman for reset the blood clot earth in a fucking Revelations, there's going to be a bitch or a nigga who said, listen, you see what people need to understand, Dave Shapiro, is that the blacks have generationally been violent, okay? You can't ask the blacks to be the savior. They're going to use slavery. You're telling me that God is going to send a black Messiah? They're going to save black people first. Slavery, hello? That's what the fuck people going to say. Because people have selfish reasonings. So yeah, you're going through exile, but don't worry. You're being prepped. Don't worry. You're getting everything will make sense soon. We also have the King of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting a man. Is the man want be the Messiah? Him want be it. Or he's trying to cut. You can't be getting the picture of the baby. It's because the baby picture is a girl, but this is a man. Them I said the Messiah transgender. Bitch, if gays are abomination in the Bible, how so they make a transgender for be the speaker. When you get a transgender person a microphone, and where the bomb of blood clot this. And that's exactly, and even when it comes down to the scripture, when not allow gay people to dress, not gay people who want to worship the Lord. When not allow gay people for dress in a woman's clothes and come your blood clot church. You think if I was a pastor, you could have come, you better dress like a man. You better dress the way how God did make you. And anyway, if you want to be drag on a Friday in a club downtown, you can do that. You will dress as you are when you come into the house of the blood clot Lord. You're not wearing no makeup in your soul. Not in the house of the Lord. Nope. You're not wearing a wig. You're not wearing a blood clot just in my church. You're mad. The fuck you think me a raise? No. See, that's for the transgender. When all of you want march in a June, you can dress that way. I would never allow a transgender person to dress up in a girl clothes for coming to my church. You better come in my church in a pants and shirt like a boy. You not come my blood clot. You not come in the house of the Lord looking like the gender he did not assign you to be. So is it something about a kid who was transitioning when they were 2 years old? And so fucking delusion. When you don't want to listen to the girl, even though your mothers are the one who stood by you during pregnancy, even though your father left, and you don't want to listen to the girl. So you're right to listen to a tranny. Okay, let's continue. We also have the Four of Cups, and we also have the Hangman. Yeah. Me getting in order for you to get the deal, you have to lie. You have to lie about your sex, your gender. I know there is a story about the Popes who had to lie because only men were permitted to be. Okay, like is it Pocahontas? Pocahontas. Remember Pocahontas? What happened to Pocahontas? Don't Pocahontas had to be she had to pretend to be a boy, right? Was that the story of Pocahontas? Was Pocahontas native or Indian? She had to pretend to be a boy. For getting to the arm. No, is it Mulan? Is Mulan? It's either Mulan or Pocahontas. I don't know which one, but one of them had to pretend to be a boy to get into the army of men, and then one of them did already find out that she was a. Then they found out she was a girl. And it was a happy ending, but in order to get in, she have to pretend to be a boy. You don't have to pretend to be a girl or a boy to get into the gates of heaven. So why would somebody want you to identify as a tranny? Why them want you identify as a faggot to be a speaker? Why? And that's a total. So them want you rewrite the Bible. Okay, so you're going to come as so you're the okay. So we have this girl, she's a Messiah, but times are changing. Okay, things get a little harder. Jonathan Brown, times are changing, and basically we want her to advocate for the gay community while being a messenger. So if we can make her kind of tell a story that she's transgender, then everybody will be okay if she become a messenger. Because the number one rule of following the Lord is you have to follow the blood clot commandments. Thou shall not steal, thou shall not kill, thou shall not bear false witness. And I'm pretty sure thou shall not put on the opposite gender clothes either. So them no want, so now the girl, so, and remember the transgender community is men being women. It's not women being men. And them already fucked up in the head. On farms, you know, you have cis women. Who the fuck is a cis? Oh, cis women are women who are born women. That's a woman. That's a what is a woman? A person who born with ovaries, a uterus, and fucking glands in them breasts to produce milk. That's a woman. You ask some of these fuckers, what is a girl? Bitch. I feel like to take something and throw in them fucking. I feel like to throw acid on your face. Bitch, what is a girl? It's somebody who bitch. It's like you're intentionally being retarded. And it's so weird to see how people can be brainwashed. Bitch, you ask them a basic question. What is a woman? Bitch, them I tell you say it's somebody who it's the bitch. What is a woman? What is a woman? You can't even tell me what is a woman. How the fuck you can't tell me what a messenger or the Messiah look like? You can't tell me. You can't tell me what a prophet looks like. You won't tell me the prophet is a tranny. Y'all tell me that God sent one transgender faggot to save the nation. God sent a boy who transitioned into a girl to save the nation. That's what the fuck you're telling me. No, sweetie, we have fight the Antichrist. That's what's happening. That's why the gays are in church dressing like girls. Because we are going through revelation. And the pastors who allow that, they will be burned in hell for that. There's nothing wrong if you want to fuck a man and he's a man, or you want to fuck a girl, or even if he's a so-called girl who born with a penis, nothing wrong with that. You can't bring that to the house of the Lord. You have to learn. Because what I find out with the gay people, them don't want to follow no blood clot rules. Them don't want to follow no rules. Every time I give them a rule to follow, them say you're homophobic. No, bitch. No faggot. No nigger. You need to learn to follow blood clot rules. You don't want to follow the rule of law, which is you have a penis. You could have a penis and fuck a man. You could have done that. No, you want to have a penis, turn to a girl, dress like a girl, identify as a girl, and then change what the fuck a girl is. You can't do that. Who give a spiritual ranking to do that? The church? No, they didn't. Who give you a ranking to do it? Why these transgender people don't want to follow no blood clot laws? Why? Because one of the Antichrist. That is the abomination we're going to test all away. Because now we can't even have a normal conversation to say what is a woman. Bitch, if you ask them what is a woman, bitch, these are college educated people. Them go college. Me never go college. I did not go to college. I never had money to go to college, and I never go college. I couldn't afford college. I was too poor. I'm in a belief to take out student loan for college because chances are, because of discrimination, I might not get a job to pay it back. I never go college. My highest education is an associate degree in pharmacology. I never make it to bachelor's. I never make it to these colleges these people are go. And if you ask these fucking college educated people what is a woman, bitch, them I tell you say it's Okay, a woman is a feeling you get when you want to be pretty. That's what the fuck them I tell you. No, nobody is saying that a woman is somebody who born with ovaries and a uterus. Bitch them start call we cisgender. Cis. We're cis. Bitch was cis. You know what a cis is? It's a cancerous tumor that grows in the uterus. That's what a cis is. And them I call you a cis. Because trannies don't grow cis. You know that, right? You're a tranny. You don't grow cis. Only women can grow cis. You know what a cis is? It's a cancerous big ball that grows in your uterus. Trannies don't have uterus. Trannies can grow cis. What are we them call cis? You mean the real women who can grow a cis? Bitch, I feel like somebody wanted you to be the so-called messenger, but they went change the scripture and say, even though we're in 2026 and we're supposed to abide by God, you can come in the church as you wish. No, nigga, you better come as you are. You better come as you is. You better wipe off that makeup. You better take off that blood clot wig. You better wipe off that. And that is why none of these gay people, them can't have a relationship with God. They can fuck a man and still have a relationship with God. You know that, right? You know that. You still can sing praises unto God and fuck a man. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, something is wrong with that. But I'm just saying, who am I to tell you? If you take up your Bible every day and you literally focus on the word of the Lord and you fuck man, me can't tell you say oh hell. What you're doing is an abomination, yes, but you take up the Bible every day and you praise God. Me can't tell you say I'll go hell, even if you fuck a man. But you don't want to do that. You want to change the blood clot Bible. And then you want to have all of these fucking people are coming to the church with dress and makeup and lipstick and nails. The girls are already dressing nasty in the church. You see how the girl them are dress? Them have some short things. Them have on nails, them makeup, them eyebrow done. Who the fuck goes to church looking like that? Like a fucking clown. So the girl them already out of order in the church. And now we have men dressing up like girls in wigs coming to the church. And we're supposed to be one happy congregation. Sir, there is laws and rules you have to follow. And me, I don't fuck girls. But me have to follow the law of not committing adultery. Me still have to follow the Bible. It's not about if you fuck a girl or not. It's not about if you're tranny or not. You have laws you need to follow. Thou shall not steal. Thou shall not bear false witness. It don't matter if you fuck somebody or not. It don't matter if you fuck the same sex. It don't matter if you want to cut off your penis and put on a vagina. You still have to follow these 10 commandments. But you want to bear false witness. She's cis. She's not a girl. Bitch, the reason why I'm cis is because I have a uterus. And ovarian cancer can happen to me. A tranny can't get ovarian cancer. You will never find a tranny with ovarian cancer. You know why? Because it's not a girl. A tranny can't go into a medical office and say, doctor, I've been having painful periods and it pain when I have sex. Could you give me a pap smear to look? A tranny can never go into a doctor's office and say that. The doctor will never have a tranny on the table and open up them fake pussy and say, wow, we see cysts inside of your uterus. We're going to have to do cutting. That a transgender person will never have that diagnosis. You know why? Because you're not a fucking woman. And I don't know about you, but I have been exiled for not agreeing with the whole Batman community. And I rather be exiled in the name of God than to be called a cis woman. I rather be that. Because Jesus Christ went through the same thing. And if there's anything we learn, history will always repeat itself. So that's just a little food for thought. The next time you feel like you want to support the fucking community, you can support the community. Nothing wrong if two men want fuck. You want fuck him, go and fuck him. But you're not going to rewrite history. You're not going to tell me, say me cis, and nigga, you can't grow a cis. There will never be a time where you have ovarian cancer. And ovarian cancer is it's a killer of 70% of older black women. The whole of the blood clot girl them did ovarian cancer. You think the tranny did ovarian cancer? No, they're dying of prostate cancer. That's what the trannies are dying of. Them are dead a prostate. So you make a transgender person tell you, say, one woman is some weird ass shit. But me just a show you how una just brainwash. Brody, I can't believe how retarded some of una is. It crazy. And una go college. Una college educated people. Me not go college, you know. Me not go college. My English is broken. It's just so crazy. And that's why I have a hard time in Canada. Because I refuse for really believing that ideology. Bitch, you'll never have ovarian cancer. If you go into a doctor's office, you can never say, doctor, we've been having heavy irregular periods and painful sex. Can you do a pap smear and tell me if you have ovarian cancer? Bitch, he's a man. You have prostate cancer. But no, if you ask her, what is a woman? What is a woman? A woman is a thing that you do when you you know, like if you like, okay, like so for example, if like if you want to wear lipstick, like bitch, really? And you go college? You say why I never go college? Half of the people them who brainwash into this, they went to college. You know that? Half of the people them you say talk about the transgender, a college educated people, you know, it wasn't people who never go college. Because they have to indoctrinate you. They have to get you around other people with the same ideology to indoctrinate you. All of the debates where you say about transgender, where is it done? On college grounds. Exactly. These are college educated people with billions of student loan debt, and then can't fucking tell you what a woman is. And half of them going to be doctors. Half of them are going to be police officers. Half of them are going to be your lawyers. So your lawyers, your doctors, your police officers, your nurses, the whole of them can't blood clot tell you what a girl is. Them can't tell what a woman is. Them just say he, him, she, her. Bitch, I use pronouns. Pronoun, bitch. What about name? You never use names? I identify as she, her. Why you never identify as a name on your blood clot birth certificate? Bitch, me tired of uno, and me now I refuse to be retarded. And I have been exiled because I don't want to be retarded. No. When you're a messenger, you have to learn, standing in your truth, when to exile you. And that is okay. Jesus Christ was exiled too, because he did not conform to what society wants him to conform to. And I'll be fucking damn if me stand up beside a tranny with prostate cancer and I treat him like a girl. Bitch, never. You's a man. You have prostate. You don't have a cervix. So, LIBRA, the justice system, yeah. So perhaps and LIBRA rules the social system, and that the fucking social sector, I tell you, the fucking social workers. Batman, transgender thing, social work. The people them who govern the city, them in the same. Why only couldn't just fuck man and it was nobody's business? Why that couldn't happen? Why you couldn't dress up like a girl and you leave work out of it? Why you had to bring a Batmanism to work? Why you have to bring a lesbianism to blood clot work? This one I don't understand. Them say when you're at work, when you're at work, leave all your problems at home. You should leave the wig at home. You should leave the blood clot dress at home. You should leave the faggot self. The faggots should have been left at home. Why you bring your faggot self to work? Why work have to acknowledge your faggotness? I don't understand. What did you, being a social worker, trying to get people on aid, had to do with you being a faggot? Why is it that you fucking the same sex? Why that affect me? Bitch, to this day I don't know, but you know what I do know? I know there's a truth. And unlike a lot of people here, I'm gonna come from here. Probably that's why I'm gonna brainwash. If me did born in Canada, maybe would have been retarded and go with the flow of thinking that it's okay, everything. No, I'm born in Jamaica. And you have to understand the country where I come from. It's illegal to be gay. It's illegal to be a Batman. You can't, it's illegal. Illegal, bitch. It is punishable by death. Those are the rules me have to follow. Them batty man, you know, them trannies, them no want follow the rules. Them want wear makeup, wig, dress to church. You know the rules what me have to follow for in my country? Bitch, if you are of certain type of sexual orientation, it's punishable by death. You have to follow that rule. You have to follow that. There is no oppression. There is no, we need to stand up and march against the government. Bitch, you will die. You'll get executed. You'll get burned. You will get light on fire. You will get beat to death in the roads. That is where me come from. That is the strict law we have to follow. So coming here, I'll be damned if you try to make me reorganize what the fuck a girl is. What is a woman? Bitch, a woman is a person that has mama glands that produce milk, she have a uterus, and she release eggs. Does any tranny release egg? No, you is a man. You're playing girl like how two couples unmarried play house. It's just like how the couple live together and have babies and them act like they're married and them call each other wife. That's my wifey. Did you legally marry her? No, but it's my wifey. Yeah. It's the same game you play. You put on a wig, you stuff your breasts, you might even cut off your dick. You have prostate. If I fuck you in the ass, you will come. You need to know that. Even if you cut that big dick off and you have an artificial pussy, make me fuck in your ass. I bet you come. You going to come. I don't know where you're going to come through because you cut off your dick and put it to a pussy. But I bet you when I push that dildo up in your blood clot body and lick that blood clot gland, I bet you come. Exactly. Because you have anal glands. You don't have vaginal glands. You're a man. Men have one gland. That's prostate. Women have two glands. One inside our pussy and our breasts. So just know that even though you're the Messiah, it's not about being kumbaya. If you're a speaker, it's not about always agreeing with the people. You have to stand up for the truth. And you have to be willing for dead for what you believe in now. And I am willing to die to in what I believe in. And bitch, ain't no way I believe that a tranny is a woman. And I'm willing to die for that. So I'm going to leave it here, Libra, the justice system. And we're going to go to the next reading.